The man who stood firm. My name is João de Matos Cambinda. My nickname for my social media is DJ Sereno Bom-Official. This is my real story of my life. Means just a bit part of my life story. Please don't cry with me. More of that, you all get all stories in my first book is coming soon. Hope you can enjoy it with love and compassion. Year 2020 August. As the plane touched down at Heathrow Airport, DJ Sereno Bom-Official peered out of the oval window, filled with optimism. After years of saving in Luanda, Angola, he had finally reached the United Kingdom, where his family had moved years before. The scene he had imagined so often played out in his mind, the emotional reunion, the tears, the warm embrace of his children, now grown but always his kids. He had pictured their joyful shouts of "Papa" as they ran to welcome him. But the harsh reality awaiting him was far from his dreams. When he arrived at the address he had kept for years, the woman who opened the door was indeed his wife, but her eyes were cold, her attitude distant. Beside her stood another man, exuding confidence, his arm casually around her. "DJ Sereno Bom-Official," she said flatly, "you shouldn't have come." Her words cut deeper than any knife. Looking past her, DJ Sereno Bom-Official saw his children standing with a stranger. Instead of rushing to him with smiles, one avoided eye contact while the other whispered something to the man next to their mother. DJ felt his legs go weak. Though he wanted to protest, to ask for an explanation, the truth was already clear from their expressions. His wife had moved on with another man, leaving no room for him in her life. That night, on the cold streets of London, he stood holding his battered suitcase and a heart broken in two. For days, DJ wandered the city, seeking shelter in bus stations, under bridges, and in parks. The biting wind was harsh, but the loneliness was even harsher. With no family, no money, and no way to return home, his savings used up for the journey here, he was stranded. One day, outside a small church, he met an elderly man named Mr. Luis. Seeing the exhaustion in DJ's eyes, the man took pity on him, offering a small room in exchange for chores, gardening, and repairs. Thankful but penniless, DJ accepted the offer. The house was old and chilly, with creaky floors and a musty smell of wood. Mr. Luis rarely spoke, often mocking DJ's struggles with English, ridiculing his accent, and treating him like a loser. Nevertheless, DJ endured it all in silence. Every morning he woke early, cleaned the house, then traveled around the city by bus looking for odd jobs in construction, washing dishes, or making deliveries, anything to earn a modest wage. He sent no money home, as there was no one waiting for it. Every penny went towards food, shelter, and transportation, in a fight for survival. Years passed in this monotonous, bleak, and solitary way. But inside him, a resilient spirit grew. DJ Sereno Bom-Official refused to give in to bitterness. He improved his English by reading discarded newspapers. At night, he studied with free online tutorials at the library. He saved every penny he could. Slowly, he began to climb up. One day, a supervisor noticed his skill and honesty. "You're too good for manual labor," the man said. "You should aim to become a foreman." It was the first kind word DJ had heard in years. From then on, his life started to change. In a few years, DJ established his own small business as DJ Building Services. The company caused show and entertainment all da. His hard work, fairness, and diligence brought in more clients. He hired other immigrants and marginalized individuals like himself. He gained a reputation for his honesty, his quiet strength, and his respectful treatment of everyone. For the first time in years, DJ could breathe. He bought a modest apartment, sent money to support his elderly parents in Angola, and supported local charities, helping those facing challenges like his own. From nothing, he had built a new life, and he held his head high with pride. But, like a ghost from the past, his old family reappeared. One day, his ex-wife showed up at his workplace, well-dressed, her hair perfectly styled. Behind her stood the man she chose years ago. DJ, she pretended to smile. We've heard about your success. He looked at them in silence. They talked about forgiveness, about starting over, about family ties. But DJ saw through their intentions, not love, not regret, but envy. They wanted the empire he had created. As he rejected their advances, the schemes began. Rumors tainted his professional reputation, lies whispered to clients, complaints sent to authorities, stories spun about his shady past. Contracts fell through. His business faltered. It felt like a nightmare repeating itself, the familiar pain, the repeated betrayal. But this time, DJ wasn't the shattered man in the rain. Still, the weight was heavy. With fewer projects, debts piled up. Those he had helped began to leave. He found himself sinking again, not because of his own faults, but because others resented his success. One evening, alone in his empty office, DJ wrote in his journal, the same one he brought from Angola, words that would shape his reality. Some people tear others down not out of malice, but because they can't stand to see someone survive what was meant to destroy them. He closed the journal and saw his reflection in the window, older now, with gray hair, but his eyes filled with determination. Let them try, he whispered. I've endured poverty before. I have the knowledge to start over. In time, DJ rebuilt his empire. Slowly, quietly, with the same strength that took him from Luanda to London, from despair to hope. Revenge eluded him. Peace called to him. He forgave those who had wronged him, not for them, but for himself. He discovered a profound truth, that wealth and success mean little without inner strength, and that the best response to evil isn't anger, but resilience. While the scars remained, they turned into reminders not of weakness, but of survival. So, when asked in the years to come about that difficult time in his life, about the betrayal, the shame, the malice, he would smile softly and say, they weren't monsters. They were just lost souls, jealous of a man who refused to give up. Then, with a calm and firm voice, he would add, but I'm thankful to them. Without their betrayal, I would never have discovered my true strength.